Welcome to Niece's World. This is Shanice, and if you're new to my channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. If you're returning, welcome and thank you so much for returning. On this video, I'm gonna let you know how I'm planning my 2025 glow up with my vision board and goals. I really feel like I don't need to go in more depth about my vision board. I definitely made an entire video about my vision board, how I envision my goals for 2025. Some stuff I explained to you, some stuff I kept private. I just feel like that's repetitive. Now, I'm actually going to get down to the nitty-gritty of the realistic goals that I'm setting for 2025 when it comes to my physical health, self-care, and mindset. I broke it down into 3 categories, and I made sure I pinpoint the most things I really want to accomplish for 2025 and how I'm going to set those realistic goals. So I'm just going to dive into it. For the first category, when it comes to physical health, I feel like I have been very repetitive every year, but this year, the reason why I know that I'm going to be more effective because I'm going to use the SMART goals. That's going to assist me within my physical health journey. So you're probably wondering, what does that entail? Well, what I'm going to do, which I already started doing, was I set a realistic goal for myself. I already said that I want to work out at least 2 to 4 times a week. 2 to 4 times a week, I feel like that's a efficient goal, so I don't overdo it. And if I only get to 2 times a week, I don't feel like I'm a failure. As opposed to if I say, hey, I want to work out 5 days a week and I only work out 3. If you get my drift. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create a realistic goal that's not going to be too high to the point that I get discouraged. And now I'm just saying to myself, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. Because unfortunately, that has happened. And I have been super unsuccessful and I've been inconsistent. So this year, I don't want to put too much strain on myself. I want to focus on low intensity workouts and not overstrain my body. Because I'm not going to lie to you, all that weightlifting and all that, I'm lifting 40, 50 pounds, 60 pounds, that's out the door. Now it's all about toning, just sticking to the most 20, probably 30 max pounds, and I'm good and out the door. Now, when it comes to setting those realistic goals, I am being bougie in the budget, so I canceled my gym membership. So what I did was that I'm going to find ways to work out at home and work out within my community. So I got a walking pad, which is great, and I got an electric standing desk, which is right here. That's going to be put up. And second, I got an indoor bicycle that I already started working on. I'm doing about 30-45 minutes on it. And lastly, I bought some resistant bands. And those resistant bands go up to 30 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. And the thing I love about the resistant bands is it comes with, like, it shows you how to do certain workouts with those resistant bands. And you know what? Let me grab it for you so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Here is my kit that I got off Amazon. I'm actually going to put the link if you like this and would like to. And I'm also going to put the link from my indoor walking pad, which aka treadmill. And I do not have the indoor bicycle. I actually got that from my mom because she says she no longer uses it. And she was able to provide that to me. But these have a lot of bands. And the thing I love is that it actually shows you, as I was saying previously, all the different things that you could do working out. Look at all of that. Look at every single one of that. All the things you could do. It's a whole poster. And it goes in depth. It goes from your core, upper body, lower body, back. They even show you if you want to do a total body, what to do and how to be effective with that. And I think this was actually an absolute great buy. I was researching, I actually bought this before, like, the whole New Year's resolution goers. So I didn't, the price does not eat me up too much. I got this, probably the beginning of December or late November. So I got it around that time. And it has so many great things to it that I can't wait. So I am going to do a video of me working out with these resistant bands so I can show you guys how it's helping me and how I'm being effective with it right now. But at this moment in point in time now, that's going to be put in the back burner. But that's how I'm setting my realistic goals. I'm also going to try to hold myself accountable. I'm going to say to myself, Shanice, okay, you worked last week, you only worked out 2 times last week. try to work out 2 times this week and just probably add in one more extra day working out, and then you're gonna see how well you do. And that's how I'm gonna talk to myself. I'm not gonna be too rough on myself. Like, I'm still gonna tell myself like, yo, like, you gotta relax, like, you gotta get on your grind. But I'm also gonna be so soft and kind to myself. Say, hey, yo, I know like you probably time of the month is it kicked you last week. We're trying to do something this week, or that's how I'm gonna talk to myself. So I'm not too hard on myself, but I'm not too soft on myself, if you get what I'm saying. Like, if I know I'm slacking off, I'm gonna talk to myself crazy and say, yo, like, you dead slacking off. And then I'm gonna be like, okay, it's time for me to, like, you know, get back in my grind. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm gonna hold myself accountable. And I'm gonna focus on doing at least 30 minutes of cardio. I definitely feel like it's just important for more so. It's not even for like losing weight. It's more so for my heart health, because I suffer from having high blood pressure, and I've managed to get my blood pressure down without having to take medications, because that's what my doctor has been preventing. So I'm definitely trying to make sure like my heart is healthy. I know cholesterol, especially as I'm getting older, and diabetes that I have to like think about because it runs in my family. So I'm definitely focused on those goals to make sure that, hey, at least 30 minutes of cardio is not going to kill me. I have the walking pad. I can literally watch TV, or I can have my walking pad under my desk and I can work at least for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and go from there. So those are stuff that I'm going to focus on, and that's why I'm setting those realistic goals for my physical health. Second category is self-care. I'm not playing when it comes to my self-care. I felt like in 2024 I did slack off, and I have to get back on my grind. Like, I really have to get back on my grind. So this is the realistic goals that I'm setting for myself for 2025 when it comes to my self-care tips. Number 1, self-care to me, I'm making sure that I have my hair done some way, somehow. It has to be done in something. And I realized that sometimes when my hair is not done, I don't feel complete within myself. Like, my nails, I'm like, but my hair is something that's a part of me, and I feel like it's not kept. I feel like I don't look good. That's just personally how I feel, and there's probably other people out there that feels the same way. So that's something that I'm always focused on doing, making sure my hair is always kept. I won't lie to you, I feel like for this first half of the year, I may be wearing a lot of box braids. I know it's going to put a lot of tension on my head, but I just feel like I'm done with my hair, and I'm like this close to shaving it off. So I feel like me just putting in box braids for a while is just going to help me like take a step back and then like regroup and go from there. And I'm gonna take breaks in between. What I mean by that is that if I have, see, I did my hair is gonna be a month old, right? And my goal is like by end of February, beginning of March to redo my hair. So what I'm gonna do is like have that, like take my hair out, have that week, my hair just breathe, and then I'm going to my hair appointment. That's what I'm doing. I'm not gonna like wait like 2, 3, 4 weeks to get my hair done. I'm walking around looking bummy, because that's a no-go. Second is I make sure my nails are always kept. My nails are usually always kept. Sometimes I push it out and then it starts to lift up and looks crazy. So I want to make sure that I prioritize my nail appointment to make sure it's always on point. My toes, I could slide off on my toes because I could put gel on it, and I could push it out to almost 2 months. I'm still pushing it, but I could push it out almost to 2 months. But when it comes to my nails, I want to make sure like even every 3 weeks or 4 weeks max, my nail appointment is booked and I'm getting my nails done. Next is when it comes to lashes, I want to make sure my lashes is always on point, always done. I'm going to give it a break in between, but if like I'm wearing lash clusters right now, if I want to take a break, I take like a nice like week break and then regroup. Or if I don't want to put on lash clusters, I do like regular strip lashes. But I always want to make sure, because I just feel like it makes my eye pop, considering the fact that I have like those round hooded like eyes. I just feel like when I wear lashes, my eye, like I just feel like my whole face structure and this makes me feel good. So those I consider self-care. Now when it comes to something that I really want to prioritize, because I haven't prioritized enough last year, like I've done it but it hasn't been consistent, is always doing a face mask once a week. I want to do my self-care Sundays. I want to be very consistent in self-care Sundays, to the point that I'm always doing a face mask just for like 15-20 minutes just after my time on Sunday, just to relax and to regroup and just to prepare my mindset and my skin for the following week. So definitely want to focus on that. I believe that self-care to me, that's what my self-care looking like on Sundays. I relax and I have my face mask on. My under eye mask, I've been consistent in putting it on usually every morning before like I start work. Not every morning, but every other morning, every other morning before work to help with those puffiness in my eyes. Now, when it comes to body scrub, I want to do a body scrub at least once a week on my body, and that's going to be a part of self-care Sundays. I definitely want to take a body scrub to exfoliate my skin, get all the dead skin so my skin could be nice and smooth, and I can prepare myself and prep myself for the new week and just to feel good and just to look good. And that's a realistic goal. I feel like these realistic goals of me telling myself at least once a week won't hurt, because if I end up doing twice a week for any instance, I'm saying to myself, wow, like I really achieved my goal. But definitely once a week is my goal. And if I miss a Sunday, I'll try to do it, let's say a Monday or a Tuesday after work. Like I'm definitely going to try to do that to prioritize my self-care, because to me that is self-care. And lastly, when it comes to self-care, I need to focus on getting more rest. I'm sorry for cracking my knuckles. Focus on getting more rest. I feel like I've been slacking on sleeping, but sometimes I just can't sleep because I'm always trying to find ways on how to create more content that will engage with more people regarding their globe journey, so that I could communicate and talk with you all, and you guys could tell me your stories and how can I expand and how I could grow. So sometimes that's what I think about. And then on top of that, work with me, learn a new skill, because that's like my goal for 2025 is to learn a new skill at work. So I always think about different things and how I'm going to elevate myself and how am I going to continue to grow. And I think that's taken part of me from not sleeping that much at nighttime, which I'm trying to make sure that like I focus on to say, hey, Shanice, take a step back. You're good. God is going to have that plan for you. He's going to set up the goal for you. You already planted the seed, and now he's just going to water it so it could continue growing and to continue grinding. So I'm just going to take a step back. Mindset is something definitely for the following new year that I am definitely going to focus on improving, and how am I going to set those realistic goals. One thing, I'm going to take in things one day at a time. One day at a time is how I'm going to take things. That is definitely going to be my mindset for 2025. And every year moving forward, take it one day at a time. If I know that I'm cracked, like what I've noticed is that, let's say that you have a credit card and like, oh my gosh, I want to pay this credit card off now. I'm going to say, hey, I'm just going to go with the snowball method and just focus on paying one credit card at a time and not over exhorting myself to the point that I don't have money to save or to do other things because I'm so held belt in one credit card. That's how that's an example that I'm provided, but that's how I'm going to move for the following year. I'm going to focus on taking things one day at a time. Next, I'm going to focus on going where I'm appreciated. I'm going to go be with people that appreciate being with me, and I appreciate being with them. I'm going to reciprocate the same energy that people reciprocate to me. I'm honestly tired of overextending myself, and it's left me to be the one that's ended up crying about it, and I'm done doing that. I'm done doing that. I'm focusing on myself only, and how I'm going to move forward and how am I going to prioritize. And if I feel like you're not in that point to help me grow in my life, you're not going to be in my life. That's how I feel in myself. I'm tired of overextending myself. I'm tired of always trying to do a lot for others, and I don't get that same type of thing reciprocated. I remember one of my best friends, Shanae, she told me that sometimes I try to see myself in others and they don't see me the same way. And I have to understand that, and that's something that the mindset that I started going with. Even from the end of last year, I started to take a step back and to realize it, and that's how I'm moving forward and how I'm pushing through. Now, when it comes to being comfortable with being uncomfortable, that's another mindset I'm going into. I am extremely uncomfortable with promoting myself more on YouTube, especially on Instagram, when I have people that I went to high school with, people I went to college with, elementary, like grade school with, family, friends. I'm definitely uncomfortable posting on there because they're seeing a side of me that people don't really see, but I have to get comfortable doing that. Because if I see a purpose in what I'm doing and I know it's going to help me, my brand, and my business, I have to get uncomfortable. I have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable with that process. I have to, all these times I'm posting more videos, I'm doing vlogs that's showing me and my personal life, I have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And those steps that I'm going to take is going to be very realistic, because now I've set my plan on how I'm going to move forward for 2025. I set my plan that I said, okay, in this time frame, I want to create this amount of videos. In this time frame, I'm hoping to make this amount of followers. In this time frame, I'm hoping to do X, Y, and Z, to the point that I'm saying to myself, wow, the goal that I set was probably minimal compared to where I'm going to reach. because every year I've said that I'm gonna have a lot of followers on YouTube and stuff like that, and literally I lost followers, and I said to myself, how am I going to regroup? Well, I'm going to take it one day at a time. I'm going to focus on just creating great content, pushing out great material, and saying, okay, even if I reach one person, that's one person more than yesterday. And that's the mindset I'm going into, and I feel like that's more realistic because that's something that's more achievable. I remember I used to say that, oh my God, by like 2 months time, I'm going to be monetized on YouTube. It's a process. There's some people that like my content, some people that do not like my content. And I have to be okay with that, and I have to understand that. But the way I'm going to move forward and make sure I'm moving forward is that in 2025, I'm setting realistic goals that, hey, when it comes to my physical health, I'm focusing on 2 to 4 times a week because I know that I can achieve that. When it comes to self-care, focusing on my hair is always going to be done. I know I'm always going to achieve that. Because one thing I love about my hairstylist, if I say something to her, she's going to try to squeeze me in one way or another. If she's completely booked, she'll say, okay, try to come this day. She works with me. When it comes to my mindset, lastly, when it comes under the mindset, confidence. That is something that I need to work on. And it's not regarding my looks. It's more so being confident that the material that I'm putting out, that people actually like it and it's actually engaging to others. That's like the main mindset that I have to be more confident in, that, hey, I am pushing out great content. I do mean what I'm telling people. I'm not BSing people. I'm not lying to people. I actually believe what I'm saying in terms of glowing up. I'm showing them me. So I should be confident enough that I'm going to do well. A lot of people are going to like my content. I am going to have brands that actually like my content and want to build a partnership with me. I am going to do well on I just have to have that mindset and be confident that I am going to achieve the goals that I'm looking to achieve. I just have to understand that it takes some time and it's okay. That's the mindset I have to have. I have to be very realistic here. I feel like sometimes when we create certain goals, we're not realistic in the process. We have to understand that we're not. I've seen so many people with clickbait stuff on YouTube, and I don't want to be the type of person. I don't want to have drama to build followers. I don't want that. If you wanted some drama, you're the wrong channel, because it's not going to come from me. I want to help people out, and I feel like that's why it's just a part of me always overextending, because I want to help people out. Sometimes I do things for people because it's not because I want it in return. It's because I like helping people out. I like seeing somebody excited, somebody happy. I'm not just doing it because I'm expecting something in return. But sometimes I feel like some people abuse that, and that's what's left me to be left out in the dirt. And I have to understand that with my mindset going to 2025, I have to go where I'm appreciated, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and be more confident within myself and within my material and within my content. So these are my realistic goals that I know I'm setting and I know I'm going to accomplish within 2025, because I already started doing some of them things slowly by slowly the ending of 2024. I didn't just say I'm going to start this now. I've literally started doing that at the ending of 2024, probably December-ish. I've started doing that. I've started having my mindset. I started preparing myself. So when the new year comes, 2025 come, I'm coming out with a bang. This year, I'm not playing games this year. This year, I'm not playing games. Like, I know God got my back. I know God is going to make me excel this year. And I just hope all my followers that y'all watch me from the beginning to now, you see the inspiration that, hey, if she could do it, I could do it as well. If she could glow up, I could glow up as well. And that's the whole importance of my content and what I'm pushing out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you rate, share, like, subscribe. You tell a friend, tell friends, family, all that good stuff. And stay blessed and stay bougie. Bye.